Good evening, everybody. Hope you can hear me. It's been a long time since I've booted this up. And we are back at Ipswich, and I can't even remember where we left off last time, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I've still got a runny nose. But what I found is as I've got older, when you get these colds, flus, they do take a long time to get rid of. And actually our form isn't very good looking at it. We started off all right last time, but then it dipped a little. But we did have that 2-0 victory against Norwich and then lost to Chelsea. Can't remember what happened against Chelsea. It does look like it was close. It does look like it was close, but we weren't good enough. So, okay, we have to go on. We're still doing the same as what we were doing. I think we need to rest the players, don't we? Which we've done. We just need to move on. So, yeah, I feel a lot better. Thank you, Defran. A lot better. In a sense, like, this change of weather does not do me particularly any good. And I wonder, like, does it do anybody any good? And especially as, like, I don't always wear socks. It seems a very odd thing to admit live on YouTube. But I need to get up in the morning and put socks on, I think. And then I might avoid all this stuff. And it is ironic that occurred just before I'm due to have my flu shot and my COVID jab. I'm having them next Tuesday, I think it is. Or is it the Tuesday after? I don't know. But my flu shot is about to happen. It is rather odd sometimes that it does kind of occur just before these things. But whether or not I need the flu shot now, because I should be okay for a few months, but we'll have it anyway. Valesco transfer saga set to develop. Nottingham Forest, get off. He's not going to want to go to Nottingham Forest. It's not saying anything about Valesco's reportedly surplus to requirements. Who said that? He's playing quite regularly, isn't he? Not really. If we do sell Valesco, we'll need to buy another striker. So it might be an idea to play Valesco in a couple of games, just to make him feel like he's not surplus to requirements. But we would get a handsome fee for him. But I don't know. Zambrano, Winkler. No, Winkler is not in form. So despite ability, I think we'll play Valesco, given that he's in the news at the moment. We're not going to play Diamonde as an attacking centre mid. Are you out of your mind? And that would be the strangest thing. Oh, we got him injured as well, have we? 2 to 5 days. It's no big deal. So what we can do is remove him. We'll put Scott up in here. Scott is rather good as an advanced playmaker. And we'll move Corrado back to the DLP role, which he likes better. And then we just need to fill in from there. And Zambrano is the perfect replacement. Durrami, Utara, probably okay for Utara to play there. João Gomez can come onto the bench. He's probably getting on to be surplus to requirements. Diamonde instead of Mane, and Mane can come in for Missouri. I think we're all set. Valesco, all we need to do is pop Valesco up here and pop Winkler onto the bench for Arribas. There we go, job done. Looks like a good team to me. How shall we play? Are we home or away? We're home. We play positive. That should be set to positive. Everything else should be okay. I'm going to work the ball into the box off. I think I want this team to take shots. Yeah, we'll keep doing that. And we'll keep doing that. I think everything is all set to go and play against Aston Villa. And just another one. 5.75 million. Are you having a giraffe? Am I thinking the right one? Valesco is 28 years old. 49.5 is his selling price. And I will probably up that anyway. If he's being chased, we'll up that. It seems to be a bit of a daft price to me. But that's a bit like FM. The setting. Like, let's sell him for 10p. And a replacement will cost me 500 million. That sounds a bit like FM. They want him, they have to pay for him, or he stays. Yeah, absolutely, Devron. Do not succumb to the whim of the game. Oh, what was I going to do? Praise his form. I can't yet. Praise his training. I can't. I don't know. They have to play a certain amount of games before you're allowed to say, well done, son. It's a very strange game, this, sometimes. Right, let's move on. And we should have a game coming up against Aston Villa soon. PSG coming up on Wednesday. I would expect to beat Aston Villa. They're in 18th, are they? And we have just restarted the game. And so that's always a good thing. And the game before PSG, which I think we'll probably lose. I guess FM normally gives you a win here. Should keep us around about 5th. Spurs is playing Everton. They should win that. But Everton are tough this season. Good evening, Max. How are you doing? Fatcom, how are you? Sorry, good to see you. How are you? I'm excited for FM26. I'm optimistically cautious still. Yeah, there's a little bit of excitement. I did watch their little presentation on the women's game. I tried to look at it in detail. I wasn't feeling very well. So I tried to just look at it in terms of the speed at which they play at, and it does seem like they have slowed down. And it did seem to me like when they were shooting, there wasn't as much power in the shot as perhaps in the men's game. So maybe there is a little adjustment in terms of the way it looks on screen. But I kind of worry about, if you think about it, they were talking about if they're using the same system as for the men. So, for example, if somebody has 20 finishing in the men's game, the women will have 20 finishing in their game, but it doesn't mean their finishing is as good as the men. But can you measure it in that terms, in terms of things like the mentals, for example, bravery? If somebody has 18 bravery as a man, is the bravery rating exactly the same rating as it would be for women? So would they be comparable in terms of bravery or determination? Because that would not be something to do with strength or technical ability. Bravery is bravery. Determination is determination. So whilst the finishing might be different to the men, is the bravery going to be different to the men, or is bravery just going to be what bravery is and goes across the sexes? I don't know how they're going to do that. And I think I'm probably overthinking it, because it's probably not going to matter at the end of the day. So I don't know. It's I think I like what I see so far that they've put out, but I think there's one thing missing that I haven't seen. And I don't know if that's deliberate, because I'm not the only one who's mentioned it. And that's what we're going to see in a minute as we go into the game. and we're all set. We're all ready to go. And that is this, what I can see on the screen, the tablet, because I haven't seen any evidence of a tablet. I haven't seen any evidence that we're going to get any in-game information. And that's really what I want to see. Ooh, blimey. I don't, graphics, great if they look better, if it looks better, and it does. But what I want to see is, what am I going to see here? And is it going to help me? Or am I going to be reduced to spectator mode, where once I start the game, what I can do is next to nothing, because I don't have any information to work on. So I don't know. That is something that I think about a lot, because I'm a tinkerer, and I don't know if you guys remember going back. You use some managers, when you're playing in some saves, the mail would be Tinkerer Phil. Makes changes again. And yeah, I'm a tinkerer. And if they take that away from me, I don't know what I'll do. Am I going to do a women's save? I don't see why not. I think if it's in the game, let's give it a try. I know I've read a lot of posts on social media saying, "Oh, they do what they like with it. I'm not bothering," and that's fine. It's choice, isn't it? And if they've given me something to play with, then why not play with it? I can't see any reason why I wouldn't do that. They could stream it. It would certainly get interest if somebody is streaming a women's. We might even get lots of females coming in here, and that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'm sure you guys would love that. And who knows? I certainly am not going to shy away from it. That's what I'll say, Fagam. It's yeah, feeling a lot better, Max. Good to see you again. As you can tell, I'm still a bit snuffly, but we're getting there. Unlike this Ipswich team, who seem to be going nowhere at the moment, we're having this old problem of not being able to score goals again. Whereas we were banging them in a few weeks ago. We beat someone 6-0, didn't we? We can't seem to... We don't know where the groundsman's put the net. It's like... Defensively, we look fine. We're passing it around as well quite nicely, just we can't pop it in the back of the net. But I'm sure it will come. Hopefully it will come. And if it doesn't, I'm not too worried, because it probably means we'll do well against PSG. I don't know. Either way, we'll be all right. And the tactic is working just fine. It's just down to the players now. Oh, that is a good header, but it's wide. Valesco, I put all this faith in you. What are you doing to me? I wonder if any women... I think there are. I'm pretty sure that there's a female who does FPL. I can't remember who she is. And I'm pretty sure she plays Football Manager as well. One of the girls who does play FPL a lot, and has a channel for FPL, has a lot of followers, and I think she plays Football Manager. And I think there is... Hey Ronald, how you doing? I think wildcarding. I would like definitely not last week. You could this week, but if you possibly can, my advice would be hold on. Next week is definitely the best week. Go on, Durami. Go on, son. I didn't realise there was no one there. Go on. Get in. Get in. He ran from the edge of our own box there, didn't he? So wildcarding this week, if you can hold off. Yeah, he ran from just outside the box, but he ran out of puff, didn't he? So did the Villa defenders. So I would say, Ronald, if you can hold off, hold off. I mean, I had a bad week this week. I was expecting it. I looked at the fixtures and my team beforehand, and I was expecting a bad week. It would have been better if I'd sorted my bench out a bit better. I like 21 on the bench. So it could have been better, in all fairness, offside Velasco. And but I expected it to be a poor week, but I haven't gone down much, only by a couple of 100,000, so it's no big deal. But next week now, the team for me is set up for next week. I have so many players playing very favourable games. And I've got Salah and Haaland. I'm thinking of triple captaining Haaland, as are a lot of people. That was poor defending. What are you doing? That was Mane. What a donkey. All right, let's tell him not to close down so much. What an absolute pudding. Might as well tell the other fullback to do the same. Well, that good stuff done by Darami on the counter-attack, undone by a moment of madness by Mane. Currently have Sanchez, Guehi, Consa, Pedro Porro, De Coipa, Coyote, Salah, Bruno, Semenyo. I personally, I would just hold off. I mean, you've got a couple of weak links in there. But there's players you can bench. I think I have to say I'm not pleased. I don't like it. You've got to be better. Van Beek, 6-pointer. I think I have to have a word with a few of these boys. Not happy. Giving games away like this is not good. And we're doing a lot of that at the moment. But it is a team in the bottom three, so it is understandable. It's perfectly understandable. Because traditionally I suck at playing teams in the bottom three of the league. Do you use 2D to spot weaknesses? If I'm doing a save off camera, definitely. And I have a Watford save, which I've got just specifically for looking at tactics, for looking at how opposition plays. For example, in a 4-4-2, I'll proceed until I come across a team playing in a 4-4-2, and then I will go into 2D at times just to have a look at how they're attacking. How are we defending against a 4-4-2? Where is the threat? How can I stop the threat? And I will also look at my own team in terms of the tactic that I've set them up in. And 2D is often quite useful for doing that, because it shows you where players go, what they're doing, what they're up to, their starting, finishing position. It's very useful, yeah, 2D. 2 injuries and a red card for Ronald. Oh, my good Lord. It happens. Corrado is tired, is he? Bajtic can come in here. Darami, he made that run. He's absolutely worn out now. Bless him. And I think it's... Oh, Velasco... No, he's gone down again, hasn't he? So let's bring Winkler on. I think that'll be enough for now. Must do better, Ipswich. Come on. This is dreadful. So I might have to have a look, just a quick look at this. It's fairly even, but we're losing the momentum a little bit. They're attacking down the right-hand side. He's on a support duty, so he should be okay. But it's not. I think what we'll do is I'm just going to drop the line back a notch. Because they look to me like they're trying to go outside. Especially down the right. They're focused down the right-hand side. So I'll put Barco on a defend duty. Just get him to hold back a little bit. And I wanted him also not to close down so much. That is the one thing that worries me, that they haven't shown any desire to show us about FM26, is how much information do we get in-game. So even in key highlights, with that little bit of information, I've been able to turn the game around. And if we lose that, then they might as well just call it Football Spectator rather than Football Manager. That's much better, boys. It's a poor back pass, though. And Winkler, who I didn't trust to start, puts the middle finger up to his manager and says, "Take some of that, boss." Good on you, son. Just takes a spell on the bench for you to realise I need more from you. Now I've got a problem. Have you noticed that there's always 6 players that get tired? Has anybody else noticed that apart from me? We had 3 tired before, and now we've got another 3. So it's 6. So Barco can come off. He hasn't been that great anyway. And he's playing out on the wing. He's harmless. Maston Twaino can come on for Alex Scott. So hopefully we can hold on to this now until full time. It'll keep us, I think, pushes us up to 5th. What happened to Tottenham then? Beating Everton 1-0. So they're having a tough time as well. Hutara, he's on support duty. He doesn't have to run around too much. Oh, can we make it 3? It's funny how those little tweaks suddenly make you better in attack. I didn't make any attacking adjustment. I just dropped the line back to be a little bit more defensive, then we scored. It's not really a reflection of football. It's a good simulation, but it's not quite 100%. Often to become more attacking and to score goals, it's simply a case of adjusting your defensive line, which seems to somehow make your forwards a lot more likely to score. I don't know how that works, but it does. It's just a case of Football Manager. It's Football Analyst just working out how the game works. But this doesn't look very promising. Oof. I think we'll go back to balance now and see the game out. We'll also make some adjustments. We don't need to do anything apart from hold on to it now. We're not going to do too much running around. And come back into a low block. Did I do time wasting? Yeah. That should do it. 6 minutes? Where'd you get that from? When players get tired in a match, does it affect your performance? I have no idea. One thing is for sure, it doesn't affect the opponents. What I more than worry about is not whether or not they can't run anymore. And I often say that he can barely stand up, but I'm not looking at that perspective. What I'm looking at is the potential for injuries. Because the more tired a player gets, the more likely he is to be injured. And that's probably what I would worry about when a player's on red like that. What you can do, and this is why I win so many trophies. We'll do that after the replay. But then that's justification. A defensive change means we're attacking better, and I don't know how that works. But if we have a look at, like, he is knackered. So what you can do is just look after him a little bit. He doesn't need to trigger press now. He doesn't have to tackle. He doesn't have to roam from position. and he can just stay where he is. If I could do hold position, I could probably make him some kind of player out there where I can tell him to hold his position and make him an advanced playmaker. I just tell him to hold his position. So he's not moving very far. Dribble less. Don't do that. Shorter passing, yeah. Just look for someone and take that off. If I can't, I'd have to. I don't know why. Yes, I can. Just hold up the ball. Just, do things like that. That means he doesn't have to work so hard. And that's why I think I win so many cup finals, is because I do that. So when you come to extra time, all the 5 players that you've got who've been on the pitch since the beginning, just do that. And then they don't have to work so hard. And it seems to work. Yeah, well done. A win is a win. I don't mind how they come at the moment because we're not playing well. Back down to 6th. But this is better than I thought was going to happen. We had a disastrous start. And I changed the tactic, if you remember. And Winkler's ended his goal drought. Oh, here we go again. Diamonde played 1 game and he's tired again. Ah, blimey. Did I make a promise to him to... Surprised he hasn't been rested. So he's not playing for the next 2 games. I should have realised I made a promise to rest him for a couple of weeks. I brought him back from the beach in the south of France. Oi, need you to play. All right, let's get him out of the team. Mane can come back in here. Missouri can come in here. That's not a problem. I think I might play Rualt and Timon against PSG. João Gomez, need a battler in there. Zambrano can probably come in here. Arribas is not fit, he's been injured and the bench for him. I think we'll do Winkler. Actually, Corrado might be better than Zambrano. He can go instead of him. Simon Royal comes onto the bench. And these are not playing. So I've only got 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5 who actually will play. And then they can be rested for a day. Do you have a favourite country to scout? I actually don't do that, Devon. I know it's the way that people play Football Manager and it's how you get success quicker. But I kind of feel that if I did that, I would be bored with the game. Because I know exactly where to look. You can look in Brazil, Argentina. There are other countries such as Holland and Spain that are very good for throwing up wonder kids. And you can just even watch other people's YouTube channels and find out where they're getting them from. For me, that would make the game a little dull. You're basically, all you're doing is just building a team. And I try not to do that, which is why I just leave it to my scouts. I get as good a chief scout in as I possibly can. I believe I've got one of the best in the game, who is Helena Costa. I believe she's still with me. Where is she? Yeah, I believe she's one of the best in the game. She does a very, very good job finding players, but she doesn't often find wonder kids. And that's more real because, and the two that she's found have been very, very good. Winkler was one, and the other one was Silva, who we sold to Manchester United for a lot of money, 120 million. So I kind of let them do their job, and then I oversee what they find. And I think it's a little bit more real. I mean, I could put a team together of players just based on basically what I know, but then that becomes really boring because I would just simply go and sign exactly the same players as I had last time. And I'd never discover hidden gems. And I sometimes, like Winkler, she comes up with some amazing players, and I just leave them to it, and I just sign what they recommend. So I try not to get involved in that. I just let them do their jobs as it would be in reality. I mean, I would, if I've been at 3 clubs in a save, then obviously my experience of the leagues that I've been in will help my scouts. So, for example, when I was doing the Journeyman, when I was in South Africa, I went from there to Brazil. There were 2 players I wanted to take with me to Brazil. So when I went to Brazil, I bought them and took them to Brazil. From there, I took one of them to Newcastle. Some experience of the leagues that you're in. And I brought one other player from the Brazilian league over to Newcastle as well, based on how I knew him. And he always played well against me. So, yeah, a manager can use his personal knowledge and his personal experience. That will always happen. But I just don't set up just to go and find wonder kids and just pick the same and sign the same players as I always do every single save. It would just become a little stale. And especially in FM24, we've had 2 years of this now. And it would be driving me nuts by now. So I don't know. Do you have Dovran? How do you do it, Devran? Do you actually set your scouts tasks, go and look in this country, go and look for this kind of player? I'm interested to know, am I doing it wrong, or is it just a preference thing? I know most players go out, just sign wonder kids, and I do look at forums, and especially Facebook ones. People just go in there. Can anybody give me a suggestion for a defensive midfielder to sign? Like, come on. Let your scouts do the business. They might find you a little gem. And I don't understand that, to be honest. It does seem a little strange. But there you go. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. Let's drop the line back just a tad. We are at home, so we shouldn't be too worried. Who's this? Can't sign him. I can't say his name. Baronetskia. Yeah, I think so, Ronald. I really do. That's why I don't do it. He's a good player, but he's only as good as what we've got. I think. It's good of Liverpool to give Bournemouth a good hammering, because we've got them next. So, but it'll be a different story when we play them for sure. Yeah, maybe Meslier can come back in and have a game. Well, I want to play this 16-year-old. I was enjoying the game when he was playing. It's quite funny. I'm not sure I want to change too much either. Van Beek had a dreadful game, so he can stay out of there. Barco had a poor game, was tired. Valesco let me down. Utara's doing all right, so we're going to stay with that unless there's a fitness issue. Utara is a fitness issue. Mane, Corrado, but there's still a day to go. What's this deal worth? 5.5 million FM. We've got a price tag on him. No longer a weakness means they're improving, so we don't want to stop that. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's not have you taking long shots. He did score with one absolute beauty, though, as I remember. But then they do sometimes. Feels time's running out to be sold. I'm doing my best. Well, you're being rested this time and for the next game, so hopefully that'll keep you happy. You can go back to France now, to the beach. I set scouts to Brazil and Argentina. Most of the time, talented regens they have are rather expensive. Finding regens in Japan. That's, yeah, at least you're doing something different there, Devon, because everybody scouts Brazil and Argentina. Yeah, they would probably lack jumping reach, but does it really matter in FM jumping reach? I've had people, I've got small people in this team, like Darami. Darami's not tall. Let's see how tall Darami is. I don't even know where he is. There he is. Darami. What is he? Can't see. How tall is he? 5'11". He's not that tall. He's only got jumping reach of 12. He's probably a bit taller than the fullback, but he's banged in headers from outside the 6-yard box from the far post. Doesn't seem to have any problem banging those in. So I don't know. Is jumping reach really that big a deal? I think height matters, but does jumping reach really matter? I don't know. Maybe we'd have to look closer at that. Now, currently we are in 22nd, are we? So we need to get at least a draw out of this one. Although we've got some games coming up that we should win. I think we'll qualify. We're not going to be in the top 8. But that's okay. I'm not expecting to do well in the Champions League. I mean, look at these teams that we're up against. Yeah, balance is probably a good idea. And no, we're going to tackle harder. We want them to know that we're there. We want them to know they're in a game. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Yeah, I have, because you keep injuring my players and stuff, I don't have a bench. Love having tall inside forwards. Yeah, they do tend to score a lot of headers at the back post, despite not having very good jumping reach or heading ability. I don't know how important jumping reach is in... I haven't gone into it that far. I don't think it's that big a deal, to be honest. Let's go out and get a result, shall we? I've got complete and utter faith in you, he says, lying through his teeth. Let's go back and do a little bit. Yeah, I think we're okay. Xavi Simons. I'm really considering bringing him into my FPL team. Not this week. Maybe in game week 8. Really seriously thinking about it. But I'm not sure yet. But I think he's going to be a focal point of the Spurs attack once he's settled in. He's going to get good minutes, I think. I'm so tempted to bring him in, but we just wait and see. Is my attitude at the moment. Oh, get in. We've gone ahead. Get in, Josh Tymon. Yes, we are beating PSG, but I do not like scoring very early in the game. I do not like it. Four Eyes plays Football Manager. How are you doing? I saw this come up as a watch room. Are you getting FM26? Is Jules still going? I remember he's Arsenal striker. That's it. Of course, I'm going to be getting FM26. I have no choice, really. If I was not doing YouTube, I probably would hold off. Now, I know that you've got the money off bit. The discount if you pre-order and that stuff, but I'd still hold off if I was not playing Football Manager, and I'd go and watch someone like myself or somebody more interesting possibly and see what it looks like first. But I'm not going to knock it, and we've had this discussion earlier. For us that I kind of am quite excited and I'm very positive. I'm optimistic. And I've got another injury. Oh, marvellous. What was I telling you about players being tired? And I noticed, didn't I, that he was tired. Harry Baskin, come on then. So, yeah, of course. I think probably I will be buying it, and I'm yet to pre-order, but I will be getting it, of course, and I will be getting the discount and all the rest of it. So, of course. What about you, Four Eyes? Are you going to be buying it, or are you just going to be wait and see? You remember on FM7 the heading stat was broken. Ballack and Drogba. Oh my good lord. Those are two names from the past, aren't they? Was that FM7 when they were about? I'm pretty sure, because I started in FM11. I'm pretty sure that Drogba was still big in FM11. Pretty sure about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, we've seen Xavi Simons off. What shall I tell him? You're doing well. Keep working hard till full time. I'm buying it 26th of September from Fanatico. £31.94. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. Is it genuine? I think it's around 40 quid, isn't it, from everywhere else? Offside Winkles. If that stands, then I'm a Dutchman's umbrella. That was a mile offside. Yeah, he was miles offside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Drogba was in FM11, Max. My favourite memory, though, was because when I first started, I only played Man United because they were way overpowered in FM11. And I signed this guy. His surname was Burton. He was a regen. He was centre half. And he just was immense, about 6'7" or something like that. And he was immense. And he kept scoring over 20 goals a season. I'm a centre back. He was just awesome. But then they did start to control how many goals centre backs were scoring. I remember that. I think his name was Burton. I signed him as a regen. Ah, the memories. Memories come flooding back. Sergio Arribas. Need a big game from you, Sunshine. None of them are particularly tired, really, these two. Darami probably is a little tired. He went on a run in the last game, which wore him out. Bless him, from one box to the other. I think that's done him for the season. Yeah, I know, Lulojo. Yeah. Drogba was a beast. Oh, yeah, these are names from the past, aren't they? Shevchenko, Balak, Anelka. Happy days for Chelsea back then. Happy days. And, of course, then came Hazard and other players. Chelsea were a good side in those days. Oh, Corrado's a little worn out, is he? Bajcetic can come in there, no problem. Marston Twano for Scott. How are me wing backs doing? Wait and see. Probably the right wing back I'll probably need to change because he's running up and down the touchline a bit more. But it's still 1-0. We're still doing all right. I'll take a draw in this one. Where does a win put us? Up to 13th. I will take a draw from this. Which wing back is it? It's going to be Mane. Mizore. And tell me I have a right back. I don't have a right back. Let's bring him back a little bit. We'll bring him back. Close it up a little bit. I'm going to drop back now. Even if it's a draw, I'll take that. We don't need to do any of that nonsense. Just try and hold on to the ball, boys. That's it for subs, isn't it? Oh, Man United. Don't talk to me about Man United. I'm a Man United supporter. But I just accept that we're going to have to take the bad times as we were quite happy to take the good times. And one day, hope it will change. I mean, the good news for United is that they... Oh, you bummer. Mbappe. Is he offside, though? Come on, FM, be nice to me. It's like... the good news for United, they have played... it's awarded, of course it was. They have played difficult fixtures. And... Manchester City, Arsenal already, they haven't been easy. They've given points away unnecessarily, which is typical Man United. But we do have a better run of fixtures coming up. And whilst we probably won't win them all, there is a good chance that we're not going to be relegation candidates this season. So I'm hopeful, shall we say, over the next few weeks. Remember that regen from that era, Smith, the right winger? He's the only one I can remember, a guy called Burton. I just remember him because he was a centre back, scoring me 20 goals a season. Like, total madness. But of course, as a first-time player, I was loving it. This is awesome. What a player. But I've become a little bit more critical, perhaps. Oh, you are having a laugh, FM, if you think, well, I'm going to take kindly to losing this. A draw will be a fair result. I think they need to get rid of the rotting wood. Absolutely. Absolutely, Four Eyes. There's a lot of rotten wood there. Yeah, let's sympathise. Displayed little emotion. Well, I wasn't expecting him to cry, but it's just, wasn't our day. But when you haven't moved up very much, we're still only in 20th. Only 4 points above the drop zone. So if we... who have we got left? Rennes, I don't know how to say that. Rennes and Nice. I think if we get 6 points from there, we're going to possibly even challenge for... No, this is a problem, isn't it? Arribas or... I guess it's got to be Arribas. We won't be playing Diamonde. Might even give him an extra game. We're not missing him very much. What's his average rating, Van Beek? He's just been terrible, his form. Where's his form? Let's have a look at his form. Oh, his average rating is 7.26. He's actually not been bad. He's just had 2 bad games. Probably because he's had bad games because he wants more money. He's thinking bank. How much money have I got? I don't want to lose Van Beek. We're okay for cash. I do need to spend it because the board will take it off me if I don't. I think we can offer him a new contract. Perhaps we'll offer him a target. No. Okay, let's offer him a contract then. He's one of those who doesn't like targets. $145k, you having a laugh? Let's try. No, I'm not. I just spoke to the agent. He's never going to go for that. We'll try important player. Oh. He's gone and got the sulks. It's not a problem then. Another one who has to be sold. Oh, that's a good intake, isn't it? That's about as good as it gets. I think we'll even look at that. Could be as good as João Gomez. So Van Beek will be on the way out, will he? When's his contract up? There's no point in... Because if you go to him now, he's not going to want to sign another contract, is he? So he's done. A bench player. Bit of a shame, because he's a good player. When's his contract run out? 34. Oh, we could even put him in the reserves. And then he can stew in the reserves for a little while. I've got cover in midfield. And Badgetic needs to play more. The keeper Nana, whatever he's called, isn't great. Nana, yeah. Man United maybe got 2 strikers. I don't think it's a problem of the strikers, to be honest. I think the problem is service. And I think if I was Hoyland, I would be very, very, very angry because nobody ever passed to him. And we've already started to see it again with Sesko. I was watching one of the games when Diallo had the ball. Sesko had nobody around him in the box. And Diallo chose to took on the most outrageous shot from way out wide and totally poor angle. Or it was a simple slip pass inside. Nobody was marking Sesko. And so I don't think it's to do with the forwards. I think it's that they don't pass to them. And I don't know, it just... Pass the bloody ball. I mean, as a schoolboy, my PE teacher, and then later when I was playing in grammar school, the football coach, he had the way they were drilling that into us. Pass the ball. The ball can do more than you can. It's faster than you. It can get to places that you can't. It's just like that was drilled into us. But now, I don't know whether it's because they're on goal bonuses. They just seem to be playing for themselves. It'd be better to put them on assist bonuses, so then they would start looking for players. I just don't know what the hell's wrong with them. Pass the ball. It's a simple game. And I think that's a big problem with United. Big problem. Oh, Franca is back fit, is he? Let's play him then. Scott can come in as a DLP. Zambrano. Van Beek, you're going to be transfer listed. He says he's very keen on renewing his contract. He may not react well to being transfer listed. He just told me to pee off. Oh, this game is lovely, isn't it? Okay, we won't transfer list him then, but he's going on the bench for a while. Right, Rualt is going to play some football. Diamande, he can have another day off. Barco can come back in. So Mane and Rualt, that's a good combination. Franca Darami. I'm going to play Maston Tueno out there. Just give him a run. And he has played quite a bit, so he probably needs a rest. Let's rest Barco and play Timon. I'm tempted even to put Badgetic in there. Corrado can come onto the bench. For João Gomez. So this is probably a must-win. Our form is terrible. All these draws. Bournemouth, Man United, Man City. It's not looking good, is it? Rotation might be the key. Another scout. Go, we're bringing in some scouts lately. I absolutely think so. Max, absolutely. Devran, what do you think of United's? I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. I'm wondering if he's a bit young and inexperienced for the Premier League, which is why he hasn't been started. I probably would be reluctant to start him myself because it's like the Premier League is going to be different to anything he's ever experienced. You could say also the same of Donnarumma, but he is a world-class goalkeeper already established and so shouldn't have any problems adapting. He's huge and strong and commands his area. I'm not sure that the new goalkeeper United have, I forget his name now, I'm not sure he's ready to be that yet and might need some bedding in. Some easier games, perhaps. It's a shame we got knocked out by Grimsby because he could play in the League Cup. But maybe come in and play against some easier opposition. Not that there are easier opposition in the Premier League. There are no easy opposition. But yeah, I'd bed him in slowly. The only problem is that the other two are just really doing my head in. in terms of goalkeeping, they are not great. No, we don't want to work the ball into the box, do we, boys? We've been doing well without it. I think we'll go much higher. I don't know why, because I didn't check the data hub. But it just seems like we should be winning this game. We should be dominating the ball. And it should be 3 points for us. I don't know why I think that, but a team at the bottom of the league should be always worrying me. And I don't do never press, and I don't know why I did that. So let's just ask him again. Take that off. And I think we're all set. Newerton's a bit out of sorts. It's the match we should be winning. I need a strong defence. Control the midfield. And let's have some quality finishing, Winkler. We haven't seen the best of you for a long time. And you're a world-class player, so let's see some of that world-class talent. And nothing's happening at all in this game. We just about had most of the ball. They had one shot, but an XG of 0. What kind of shot that was? Maybe from just outside the penalty area. Oh, come on, boys. We got to do better than this. Let's give him a shout. I think I might have got the lines wrong. I'm just going to go back into a mid-block. We're just going to try and settle in a mid-block for a little while. I'm going to go back to balanced. Things are not working out here, so usually lowering the lines tends to help. They are attacking mostly again down the right-hand side, which is weird. Let's tell both players, let's learn from last time. And let's tell both of them not to close down. See, there's a lot of the ball for us on this side. I'm not seeing it on the other side. Yeah, don't let them down, you donkeys. Step up. So it's kind of interesting what's going on here. Oh, here we go. He's still in the pub again. I don't know why I'm not allowed to speak to my assistant during the halftime break anymore. Right, let's start the game. And now let's pause it so I can go and talk to my assistant manager. Hopefully he's back from the pub. There we go. Oi! I'm still not allowed to talk to him. Alright, hopefully that'll do it. 4 shots, 0 on target. That is a problem with the lines then. It usually is. I'm guessing that they are mostly... Yeah, so if it's a lines problem, let's just drop the line back a little bit. Just a notch, see if we start getting some shots on target. But at the moment it's looking pretty dire. He was offside, surely. Unless he was playing him on. I don't say we're going to lose to another team in the bottom 3. Come on, FM. I know, I don't mind losing to teams at the top. We don't. Oh, it was disallowed. It doesn't always have to be defeats to teams at the bottom of the league. You know, you can mix it up a little bit. Yeah, it was miles offside in the end. This is still a worry. In fact, we haven't had a shot since I made the adjustments. So got no attacking threat at all out there. So maybe we need to make a drastic change. We need some kind of attacking threat. Zambrano is a right twit. I can bring Badgertich on and move Scott over. That's what I can do. I didn't want to play Darami, but Newerton isn't doing very well. Defence is poor. The 2 fullbacks are poor. So it does look like we need some drastic action. Are we going to go all-out attack? I'm going to push the lines right up. Go all-out attack. I'm struggling for a right back, aren't I? Mane will have to come out here. Rualt can come out here, and Van Beek, I guess, goes in there. I don't want to do much more than that for them. We'll just go attacking. We'll just see if that change does something. We're just not getting shots away. Oh, hello, we got a highlight. Oh, get in. What a manager. World-class substitution, and going attacking has opened the door. Now I got a quandary. Do I actually go back to what I was doing? Let's give it another 10 minutes. We might get another goal. What a strike by Darami. That boy is on my Christmas card list. After his run earlier on, and now getting that goal, he's back on the Christmas card list. Franca's now got very tired. I need another goal, boys. 6 shots, only 1 on target isn't good enough. I thought if we go attacking, we might do better, but we've stopped them attacking. Cool, look at all these tired boys. Ooh. Aribas can play there, but Aston Twaino can play there, which means that Aribas can come on there. I might actually have to take... I've got a choice, haven't I? Scott or Aston Twaino. Scott, probably. Bring Corrado on as the box-to-box. I think I need to slip back into a more balanced defensive routine very soon, though. Trying to hold on to this. Just keeping an eye on that, whether it's going up or not. Doesn't seem to be. Right. Okay. So we'll slip back. Into a more defensive setup now. Just see it out. Get in. Come on. Come on. 6 minutes. Where'd you get that from? I haven't had an injury. There we go. We've ground out a result there. Nice little victory. Struggled, but a couple of tweaks. Up to 4th now, are we? Only 2 points behind. This is the season's getting interesting, isn't it? Missouri 3 to 4 days. And we have Man United next. 4 days. He's not very good at the moment, Darami. I'm going to rest him as well. He's going to be the next one saying, I need a couple of weeks off, boss. Diamonde could probably come back for United. Not that we've missed him. Big decision for next week in FPL. I'll try and do the video tomorrow, the update video tomorrow. But a big decision to make for next week. Triple captain Haaland or not? What do you guys think? Are you going to triple captain Haaland? Do you even have Haaland? And are you going to wild card even to get, or free hit to get Haaland in? At home to Burnley. It's got to be one of those days that you got to take a chance with a triple captain. But if I wait until I decide if I'm going to triple captain him, if you haven't got him in your team, just wait until I decide. And then if I decide to go, I'm going to triple captain him. Don't bring him in. Just leave him out. Because I would just, if I triple captain him, he'll blank. Well, thoughts, hey Jonesy? Thoughts of FM26? Yeah, a little excited. And like I was saying earlier, there's lots of good stuff that I've seen, but the one thing I have not seen from them, which I'd like to see if at all possible, is the in-game iPad. Because I'm not sure that there's going to be any information available to us once the game starts. And that concerns me a little bit. And Yeah, it concerns me a lot, actually. I think I'm going to go narrow. And there's a reason why that is. And I'm also going to pull the line back. And I'm going to come into a mid-block. I don't know, we'll leave the counter press on. A 4-4-2. I'm really struggling to figure out how to play against a 4-4-2. So I'll drop the lines to begin with. Ooh, Everton beat Man United. And they've got to play again, have they? Actually, am I just giving United too much credit? No, because we always lose against them. I think, Josie, they've built it on the old match engine. As far as I can tell, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they've built it on top of the old match engine. So there are nice graphics. I wouldn't say that they're world-class graphics, but they do look improved. I think there's a lot of improvement in there. Women's football, I've studied that little video that they brought out. It does look different to the men's game, and I will certainly play a few seasons of women's football just to see what it's like. Is it different? What are the reactions you get from the players? Exactly the same, or are they slightly more different? I quite overall, I've seen some nice things, but what I want to see is how much info you're going to get in game. Now, I know there will be skins, but because it's a new Unity graphics system, it might take a long time before those skins are ready for development. So we might have to just suffer with no in-game information to begin with. And without that, how do you make changes? I mean, even in key highlights, you've seen me make changes here based on the information I can see on screen. So if you haven't got that information, how do you make changes? Diamonde has to come back into the team now. Let's just check the promise. Succeeded. There we go. He can come back in now. So let's hope that he doesn't need a fortnight off again. And let's put Van Beek in there. He seems to have forgiven me. Now I've got away with not having to give him a contract. João Gomez. Carcares should come back onto the bench now. I've missed him around on the bench, left and right fullback. Mane is injured now. Zambrano should come onto the bench. Let's just pull him up there for a while. That's Chiesa. I don't want to click on that. Zambrano. Let's pull him up onto the bench. I think Darami should start. Frank Mastantuono probably should be replaced with Utara would be my first choice, but Arribas is second choice. Winkler can stay up top. Mastantuono, Valesco, Scott, yep. João Gomez, yep. Who's injured? Missouri. Mane is injured. It looks like Rualt will have to play as the right back. Actually, I'm going to play Carcares as the right back. He's only a 2-star, but he's a young boy who I quite like him. And then Royal can come out. Bergetich can take a back seat. Zambrano can come on the bench. So remove Bergetich. One more. Newerton. Oh, need to have Newerton on the bench there. There we go. This is a big game, Man United. Hoping the game has more unique events. I mean, I think they're doing their best. In all fairness, Devon, it really went tits up at the end of 2024 when 25 should have arrived. They bit off more than they could chew, and they couldn't get the game to sit on the match engine. That's what I think happened. But in all fairness, yeah, Rualt. Let's bring Rualt back in. I agree. In all fairness, I think they've bounced back, and although like the graphics are improved, they're not massive improvements. But they are improved, and for me, graphics are graphics. It just doesn't really break my ear if the graphics aren't up to scratch on FM. As long as it's enjoyable. I mean, sometimes the fact that the graphics are so bad makes it enjoyable. If they were perfect, you'd have nothing to laugh at. Oh, here we go. He's not happy. Who'd like to know what I'd like to do about it? Bugger all. He's not going to like. I promised contract talks, not the deal you were demanding. It's your choice whether or not to accept the club's offer. The matter's closed. I don't think we're going to get anything solved here. Exactly. I don't mind upsetting him. Sometimes I've got to make a tough stand. What do you mean by unique events, Jonesy? Like the way the game is decided, the way things happen in the game. Because, like, I'm getting a sense, like, what you're saying is every action seems the same. And I agree to a certain extent. Throw-ins on the right-hand side. When your winger loses the ball on the right-hand side, you're in big trouble. There are things that are the same, that usually bring the same result. Is that what you're talking about? Not quite sure. Well, just to make each match a little bit different. Some games are dreadfully boring. Some, like, what was it? The Bournemouth Newcastle game on the weekend. Oh my good God. And some games are like it flies by, almost feels like just seconds have elapsed, and you're at half time. They're that good. But playing in key highlights, you're never going to get that effect. You play in full match or comprehensive, it can sometimes drag. I mean, I like playing in full match and comprehensive because I get to see it. And I think visually it's important to see it. We're not doing it here. We're leaving it in the lap of the gods here, but we are able to make a couple of changes. Now, we're going to play positive. We're going to get stuck into them. We're going to try and win the football match. Should it use it? I absolutely agree with you, Jonesy, that it would be so simple. But the problem is, I think with AI, they have licensing problems. And I think it's to do with current players. If you're like talking to current players and they make some sort of um, some sort of decision that the player in real life doesn't like, I think it's to do with that. I think it's to do with licensing issues that they can't use AI. But they must surely be able to dumb it down a little bit. We're not saying use full AI, give the players personality and stuff. So I do understand, I think, what they're saying. But yeah, it would be nice to have some sort of AI. Like, even if it just remembers, like, reporters remember what you said 2 months ago, and now in this press conference you're contradicting that. That would be good. If you get challenged on something, you make a remark, and then somebody comes back on you with another question and challenges you on that remark. Oh yeah, what makes you think that that's the way it's going to pan out? That would make it more interesting. Because let's face it, how many of you go to press conferences? How many of you go to the scouting meetings? I don't think I've been to one since the game came out. I tried one right at the beginning. I haven't been to one since. So, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys actually do all that. It's just deadly dull, and it's the same thing every time. Oh, I did make some changes here. I need to put them back, don't I? We'll go fairly wide. That's okay. That's okay. This is a 4-4-2 for now. I think we need to counter rather than counter press. The two banks of 4. So let's just take that off and just focus on counter attack. I think that's probably a good idea. I didn't turn anything else off, did I? I'm not sure about the mid block now. We're going to push up. We'll just go with a higher line. I think we can beat United. I might be wrong, but the home, I use this a lot, but then I use that one a lot. I'm going to go with the home advantage. Get in there. Go on. Go on. See, I'd be a good manager in the dressing room. Come on. Nicholas Jackson is playing up top for them, is he? Watching the Ballon d'Or on one screen and you on the other. But if they only upgrade as the match, you'll be really disappointed. I just want the stupid gameplay stuff. Yeah, there are some idiotic things, Jonesy, aren't there? There's also like, sometimes though, it does give you something to laugh at in a game that can sometimes be very depressing. Oh, there are some nutty things that go on. AI squad building better in the transfer market, absolutely. They did promise that for FM24, but I'm not sure it really materialized. But I do agree with that observation. I think it would be a good thing. I think it's also a little bit... Oh, maybe I do need work the ball into the box on. It would be a little bit... It's sometimes a little bit too easy to bring in the players that you want. And I think that that should be perhaps made a little bit more difficult in that it goes on over a long period of time. Because like most modern day transfers don't happen in a few days. They happen over months of negotiations. And maybe some of that needs to be taken away from you as a manager a little bit more, because often managers are not... I'm looking at this. This is dreadful. Well, it's got a little bit better. Get in. Ooh. And then often the managers are not the ones who actually then get involved in the negotiations. It's the board of directors take it over. Oh, come on, boys. We are absolutely spanking United, and we're going to get beat here, aren't we? Oh, guaranteed. We're absolutely giving them a hiding. They've hardly had the ball. They haven't had a shot. We're going to lose this 1-0, aren't we? I'd also like deadline day to be bedlam. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You have no time to think. Here it is. We're going to lose this. We've absolutely spanked them. Maybe later. But looking at it, they still haven't had a shot. We are struggling to score goals. I do need a new striker. I think Winkler is... He's not doing it as much as I wanted him. Oh. Is it corner? Corner ref? We really are poor at the moment. 14 shots, only 2 on target. That's a lines thing again, isn't it? That's what that is telling me. It's all to do with one of my lines is in the wrong place. It's not the tactic, it's understanding how the game thinks. So what do I do? Which line is it? It's usually the defensive line. But it's not like they've actually attacked. Yeah, it's a mid-block and probably a mid-block. One of the lines is not functioning. I'm worried that they announced nothing that's under the hood so far. Absolutely, it's all been cosmetic so far, hasn't it? We've absolutely spanked them, and FM is just going to pull one of its fast ones here, isn't it? This isn't good enough. That's all I'm going to say. Forwards are absolutely dreadful. Once again. Although Winkler's on a 7.1. I don't see how that could possibly be. He'll let them go out with that ringing in their ears. You start to see this coming up in a minute. Got a couple of yellow cards going on here. So maybe just take that off. Devran, do you think a striker with strong left and right scores more compared to striker with a single good side? Do you mean in real life or in FM? Go! Finally, Ruelt's got one. See, that's all it's about in FM, is whether your defensive line is in the right place. Sometimes it's your attacking line, which it was this time. Because we just go into a low block and we score. A mid block and we score. And it's generally just your lines are in the wrong place. The game doesn't like where your lines are. Is it time to make some changes? Must be now. In FM, I don't think it makes any difference. And I don't think... I mean, I could sign Haaland. Let's just say I could sign Haaland. He would not be the player in this team that he is in Manchester City. And even if I surrounded him with good players, he wouldn't be the greatest striker of all. And there is some imbalance between your strikers, who are allegedly really good strikers, and the other strikers in the league. You're set at a disadvantage to begin with. Whether or not their footedness makes a big difference, I don't think so. I think what makes the biggest difference is their pace. And the faster you can get one, the better. And that needs to go, quite frankly. It's illogical. And whilst nippy strikers are a good asset, it doesn't mean that it's the be-all and end-all. So, yeah, there are things that I don't know is the answer. Yeah, like footedness, I don't think it makes any difference. I think that if somebody is due to score, he will score regardless of which foot he's on. See, United still haven't had a shot, but we could still lose this. We could still draw it. Players are holding up okay. Oh, we have another highlight. We'll just let this run. Go on. Penalty, ref. That was like 3 yards inside the box. We're not going to get that. We never, ever get those. We are not going to get that. It's outside the box. I'll be very, very surprised. Yeah, it's always outside the box. But the minute the opposition get one like that, it's a penalty. Always. Well, we've really struggled to put them away. Passing's gone off a little bit. Is the equaliser coming then, is it? No, good tackle. Not quite sure what that highlight was about for key highlights. Alright, we need to make... Defence is holding up quite well. Franca isn't. Darami isn't. And we're okay for now. Strangely. That's because we're not counter-pressing, are we? I decided not to counter-press the 4-4-2. I wonder if that's what's made the difference, as well as the mid-block. Have we found out how to beat a 4-4-2 there? João Gomez. Arribas can stay on. João Gomez probably needs... And we'll tell these boys to ease off the tackles. Oh, he's already on ease off the tackles. What was the way? Spank them, then get FM'd. I mean, they have had a couple of shots now, but it took them about 80 minutes. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Offside. Miles offside, referee. That would have been like so annoying, wouldn't it? But they still haven't. Go on, get this clear. Nicely done. And okay, let's have an end to this nonsense now, FM. That's it. Full time, we've beaten them, but 2-1-0 wins over the last couple of games. I keep telling them we're not at our best. But that's what champions do, I guess. That's what they say, isn't it? And we are the current champions. And we are now up to second. That's what they say. When you're not at your best, you grind out results somehow. What's going on next? So we've had a couple of good results. Villa was today, wasn't it? 3-1, 1-1, 1-0, 1-0. So we're grinding out results, aren't we? We're getting there. We can play one more. We can play Manchester City. We're getting there. Yeah, he probably needs a rest, doesn't he? He's not very well. Give him a day off. I mean, we're not doing too bad now. Everton could still go top. But sitting in second place, after the start we had, I'd have taken that. Oi. We're not willing to discuss any more deals. No, we're not. We won't have a squad soon. Who's he? Let's give him a pat on the back. I don't know who he is, but well done. Manchester City, they're going to be playing a tiki-taka or control possession, aren't they? Yeah, tiki-taka. It's a vertical tiki-taka, narrow. Interesting. We need a high line. Let's have a high line and a high press. We're going to counter press. We're going to play narrow, so I'll play fairly wide. The team selection becomes important. Hey James, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hang on, isn't he? Didn't I transfer list him or something? He's got the ump with me. He's not. Now he wants to discuss the number of games that he's starting. He was starting nearly every game till he pissed me off. Well, don't annoy me and you'll be a regular starter in the team. That's... Yeah, I was just like, fine. Just don't annoy me. You're a good player. You should be in the team. But do not annoy the manager. That's the best way to get game time. He's already in the team. I don't know what's the matter with these players. They do my head in sometimes. Let's see what he comes up with. We're very tired coming into this game. Very, very tired. So Mane for Rualt. I can swap over Timon for Barco. That's easily done. And Mane is fit, but so is Missouri. I think I'll go Missouri, Van Beek and Mane. Van Beek is tired, but he can start. Alex Scott probably needs a rest, so Corrado. Zambrano. I need Utara back. Scott. He's a little tired, isn't he? I'm going to play Franca again. Do I try Valesco up top? Yeah. Let's give Valesco a game. Newerton can also play for Darami. I will put Franca out on the wing, and Maston Twaino can come in to the middle of the park. It's a team that should be rested a little bit. Pinpoints the Haaland threat. We know about the Haaland threat. There's not much I can do. Ooh, semi-final draw. Ipswich or Everton versus who is it going to be? We're good in the cups, this team. Crystal Palace would be nice. We haven't won our other game yet. Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. So we got Manchester City, have we? Should we survive, this is a game that'll show us whether or not we are good enough. But we always get to the semi-final. It's not new, this. When is our game in the cup, then? Cool, miles off. 4th of January. It's because our fixture list is so bonkers. It is what it is. Which is why I don't want to lose too many players. Although it does seem to me that Van Beek is not wanting to go anywhere. He seems to be holding on. If he gets good game time now, maybe he'll forget all the mistreatment that I'll be accused of. Nothing will be said about the way he mistreated me or abused me in the meetings. Didn't expect to win versus Barcelona, and I'm happy we lose against Bournemouth. But we'll get our scoring boots back on at some point. Didn't lose against Bournemouth, did you? Newcastle, wasn't that the most boring 0-0 draw of the season? Not a loss against, unless you consider it a loss. I just thought it was the most boring game that I've seen in a long time. Nothing happened. That was like, it was really weird. The only thing that happened was that I screwed up in FPL by leaving Senesi on the bench. That's because I expected more from Newcastle, which didn't come. Ooh, Man United beat Arsenal. That's always a good sign that Manchester City are going to get one over us today. No, we're going to take the game to them. So it might be if Darami is fit. He's not quite fit. I'd rather him on the bench if he's not quite fit. Scott is fit, though. So it might be... Let's try Scott in there. Sorry, Master Twaino, but your form has not been great. And we'll go with that. Diamonde's concerned because he's being rested again. I mean, I don't know what happened to Chelsea either. Maresca made some very, very strange decisions. Almost football manager decisions he made. I mean, yeah, getting your goalkeeper sent off after 10 minutes or 5 minutes isn't good. But I'm not sure that the decisions he made were that good. I thought they were weird decisions that he made. Manchester City also made some very strange decisions. Maybe it was just a weekend for strange decisions. Manchester City's decisions were very odd. And I know that Pep once said he'd like to play a game with a team of midfielders, only midfielders, just to see what would happen. Well, he played with a team of defenders in the second half. I don't know what he was doing. He took off every attacking player. The last time I saw that happen, Alex Ferguson played a game against Arsenal with 7 defenders and 3 midfielders and beat them 2-0. So that was the last time I can remember anything like that. But I've never seen Pep go so deep into a low block like that. It was quite an interesting weekend for strange decisions. It really was. United got very lucky. Indeed, they did. There's absolutely no doubt about it. We got very lucky. I think that one of the things I need to consider against City is what I did against United. Let's just come into a mid-block, come off the press, and counter-attack. Get up, Rodri. You're not having a penalty for that. Oh, Corrado's got a hamstring. Yeah, okay, City. Let's put the ball out, shall we? Oh, come on, referee's giving a penalty, is he? The ball went that way. It was never a penalty. But I expect we're going to lose this one. I mean, that's unfair, unsporting of Manchester City, wasn't it? But then they're like that, aren't they, Man City? And there he is. Haaland gets his traditional goal against me. No problem. Oh, I see why it's done that now. I know why it's done it, because I haven't got cover. So we'll have to bring Scott back. And Mastantuono will play. What is it? Oh, it's a foot. It's a broken foot, is it? Oh, I don't want to watch Haaland scoring. He usually gets 2 against me. Last season he didn't score against us, but it's normally 2 that he gets, Haaland, against us. So he's got off to a flying start with 1. Well, I wanted to get stuck into them. That hasn't worked. They don't look like they're bothered. Let's take that off. Just in case we give away another penalty. It might be pulling us out of position. There's his second. Customary 2 goals against us. We're getting absolutely slaughtered. Well, there's only one thing when you're getting slaughtered like this. You have to go attacking. I don't want to watch Haaland get his customary 2 goals against me. So we'll go attacking. We'll take them on. There's only one thing to do. You either get spanked then, or you come back into the game. We've got players bombing forward all over the place, just like that. Oh, was it offside? Probably. Probably was offside. No, it's awarded. So there we go. Attacking. We're back in the game. Should I drop them a little bit of encouragement or just... No, we don't need to. We know it's onside. The goal's given. I mean, that's totally unfair that Corrado was left on the ground with a broken foot and City went and scored. I know it's FM and FM doesn't have that in the game, but it's a bit unfair to actually have that coded into the game that they score from somebody being seriously injured. But that's the way the game is. He's not having a good game. That's twice Valesco's done that. Oh, here he is again. He's got a hat trick in 20 minutes. Well, in this mood, there's nothing you can do to stop him. He might as well go and get 5 now, as far as I'm concerned. No, I think it's FM's decided I'm due for a spanking. That's what we'll have. We tried defending, we've tried attacking. It's not going to work either way, so sit back and enjoy it. We're going to get spanked here. But it's okay, we're still in third. Only 2 points behind Arsenal. It would be too early for us to go top. If you remember last season, we didn't go top until way towards the end. It kept us waiting. And once we went top, we then ran away with it. So this season, I guess, might be just the same. That was offside. Newerton, you donkey. Looking across the line. Has Haaland got all 4 goals? I think he has, hasn't he? Oh, they're only 3. I thought they were 4. I think it's number 4 coming up. At some point, we were going to get spanked. There's no doubt about it. Although if we could get more shots on target, it would be an even game looking at the stats. We just, are not as good as Haaland. Oh, back post header from Franca. He's tiny as well, isn't he? Let's have a look at Franca in terms of his... Franca, how tall is he? Where is it? Oh, he's 6 foot actually, so... he should be scoring goals at the back post. He's a bit tall for my liking for an attacking playmaker, but hey, I'm not complaining if he can nod it in like that. I've got him on the wing though, haven't I, so I can accommodate Maston Tueno. Well, we've come back into the game. We're not far off them. 3-2 isn't a total spanking now. Attack, 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 boys. Like I said, when the chips are down, when you're getting spanked, just go attacking. Cool, that was a long half. The boys will be absolutely gasping for water. Go on, get out there and do it for the fans. Go on. I don't know, should we type Mark Haaland or just leave him roam? I don't like this. I don't want to get too tight to him. But we'll go. I knew the assistant was going to do that. We'll go with it. Missouri and Scott to keep an eye on. Yeah, we've done well this episode until this game. We pretty much won everything, I think. We had that one draw against PSG. It's just I knew we were due to have a failure at some point. I thought we were going to get spanked, but we've gone attacking, come back into it. And there's still a chance. Always still a chance. Until the final whistle. And we do have a free kick. I'm going to keep an eye on tired players. Not because I don't think that they can't last in FM. It's just the injuries I worry about. Go on, Barco. Go on, son. Catch in. 3-3. This'll be the comeback of the century. Little attacking tweak. Who was that? He left him for dead. Who was that? Rodrigo. He left him for dead. And once that happened, it opened up. Like the sea for Moses. Oh, we got tons of bodies in the box. Go on, we can still win this, boys. I need to get Missouri off. Carcarez or Rualt? Carcarez is the more attacking fullback. And we are in attack mode. Mane is on a 6.3. So Rualt can come in here. And Scott, I did notice, was tired earlier. But I'm struggling for a DM now. Zambrano can come over here. And Gomes can go as the box-to-box. And we'll leave one. Meslier is nervous, as he should be. Coming back into the dressing room after that performance, he should be extremely nervous. Newerton needs to come off, I think. It is kind of interesting how we've come off the press against both City and United. And it's helped. And I'm not quite sure why that should be. But it has helped. But the attacking change is just like... There is no reason why going that attacking should change this game, but it did. 2-0 down and totally out of it. Oof. They're in all sorts of trouble here. Oh, penalty, ref. What chance? Oh. Come on, boys. This would be the comeback of the season. We're pretty much the better team now. Go on. Little nod in. No. It's Master Twain. No, no. I'll take a draw. 8 minutes, though. I got one more sub I can make, haven't I? No, I don't. What I will do, I think, is just conserve a little bit of energy now. Still attack, but conserve the energy. Oh, hit the bar. What? Deserved a goal. They're taking me all the way to the wire here. Get in! Get in, Franca. Hold on. Hold on. We need to go to our defensive shape now. Get in, Franca. After we have got top. Same goal as he scored right at the beginning of the game. Just relax, boys. Just relax. It's 50 seconds to go, and it's another one. Valesco has made it 5-3. Oh, I think that we'll take them down the pub later and give them a beer each. Hey, Y2K, how are you doing? Everything is good. Had a little bit of flu, and we're back and running. Back up and running. And that was like, well, that's FM at its finest. Poor Haaland, though, with a hat-trick. He did get his customary goals against me. Yeah, people are going to talk about that comeback for a while. I know I am. Oh, this game is lovely, isn't it? I mean, how, like, we were leaving, with that attacking system, we were leaving ourselves so open at the back. Yet, Haaland couldn't get another one after that. Well, that's as good as it gets. We are top of the league now. I thought it might be a bit early for us to go top, but... Corrado, what did he have? A twisted ankle. It's all right. Valesco sends Ipswich top. Class, he got a hat-trick as well. Class act. See, he was very nervous. What? He's heaped praise upon the manager. It was Oldman's words at half-time that inspired them. I don't believe a word. I do not believe you at all. I know, I lie about them, so they're lying about me. And then let's rest him, and him. There we go. Training. Rest one day. Oh. Yeah, that would have been a season gone, James. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. It's now 10:15. We'll have a busy day tomorrow. Very, very busy day tomorrow. I'm going to make a video, my FPL review video tomorrow morning. And I then got to go up the post office. I'm still writing the book. I do at least a couple of hours a day on the book. So busy day tomorrow. I'll be back though, streaming on Wednesday. If you're around, if you're bored, if you've got nothing to do, come and join me. And well, there we go. We have 38 goals, the best in the league. But our defensive record isn't very good. But it will get better, I'm pretty sure. So we are finishing top of the league. And we have to play Manchester City in the Carabao Cup semi-final as well, which will be fun. You've got the cup. Who are you playing on Wednesday, James? It was pretty good, Max. At the end of the day, we did quite well, Max. It was kind of like 4 wins and a draw. We can't argue with that. That's pretty good stuff. And we changed things up a little bit as well. We made some decisions that helped. Going attacking was fun against Manchester City. Yeah, it all helped, didn't it? So, thanks for coming, guys. I've had a good time. It's nice to be back. And, Bradford. You don't want to watch Bradford, James, do you? Is there anything on tomorrow? Anybody playing tomorrow that's worth a watch? Let's have a look. What's going on tomorrow night? Sport on TV. Where's the match? Nothing happening tomorrow. We got Millwall versus Watford. That's it, pretty much. Oh no, that's today. Tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? Not really much. Bolton are playing Manchester City. I don't know why you'd want to watch that. And there's after that, like Wrexham Reading might be a good watch. Actually, Burnley Cardiff might be a good watch. And then there's Wolves and Everton, of course. Liverpool, Southampton. So there's football to watch tomorrow, I guess. But, yeah, we're doing good. As far as FM's concerned, we're doing good. Can we retain the title? That would be fun. I don't think we're good enough. But we'll see what the winter transfer window brings. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate your company. If you're sitting there and you haven't given us a like, don't forget to give us a like. It helps the channel enormously. It's because of likes that channels keep going. And totally free to give some love. Thank you very much, guys. And hopefully I will see you, or at least some of you, if not James. I'll see some of you on Wednesday, where hopefully we can continue with this run of form. Don't see why not. Arsenal's the big one. But after that, nothing looks too hard. So I'll see you all. And all that remains for me to say for tonight is be safe and take care. And see you next time.